Hello everyone, I hope you're doing well and that you are enjoying the weekend. I'm here to talk about a situation that happens in almost every round in Tekken. Let's say you have 75% health left, which is a lot of health. Your opponent has 30 health points left, so one throw would be enough to kill them, and they are trying to make a comeback. A lot of people here overextend. The one person that has the life lead overextends, and they die because of that. I'm here to tell you how to handle this situation to minimize the chances of your opponent making a comeback and killing you. Overextending means risking more than you need to in that moment. For example, your opponent has 30 health points left, right? Imagine that situation. Now you run at them and do sneakage. Or run at them and do anything that's really unsafe. And then they block and launch punish you. Or you whiff in their face and they launch punish you, and then they make a comeback and you die. Realize this. When your opponent is trying to make a comeback and you have a huge life lead, they have to approach you if they want to win. They cannot keep running back because you can be defensive as well, and they will not win if they don't approach you. They have no choice but to attempt a comeback, which is always very risky. One mistake and it's over for them because they don't have enough health left. So you have several options. You can let them come to you and kill themselves, because if they throw out something unsafe or they whiff something in your face, one fast whiff punish will be enough to kill them. Come on, dummy, stop blocking. Or imagine them doing a hop kick. You block them and you throw out your 13 frame punisher and they die. Whereas if they had more health left, one blocked hop kick wouldn't hurt them as much. So when you have the huge life lead and you're trying to finish them off, you should be asking yourself, what could kill them at this amount of health without me having to risk too much? So if the Brian player here, for example, had 30 health points left, you should be thinking about moves that deal at least 30 points of damage, and they aren't too risky. They're not too unsafe. As I said, you can let them come to you when they're attempting a comeback and just wait for them to make a mistake and punish them. Another popular strategy is throwing out a relatively safe power crush, one that is not launch punishable, for example Lily's down 1+2, when you feel like your opponent is about to go in and attempt a comeback. A throw would kill them too, especially if you play a good grappler character like Dragunov or the Kings. Go for throws to try to finish off your opponents. Basically think of any good move that isn't too unsafe or has good recovery on whiff that would deal enough damage to kill your opponent. And here's another option. Some moves in the game end up in a grounded position where they cannot be refloated for a juggle from the ground. For example, Nina's forward 4. It deals enough damage, 30 points of damage on clean hit, and it's basically unpunishable. It cannot be refloated for a juggle, on block, nor on whiff, so you end up eating a ground hit at most. It wouldn't hurt you too much when you have a huge life lead, and it could potentially finish off your opponent. Kazuya's 3+4 is similar as well, and Dragunov has up forward 3+4 for 42 points of damage. As you can see, it ends up in a grounded position where he cannot be launched. And Brian, for example, has a quite quick mid-unblockable that is minus 12 on hit. Look at this, it says punish. But since it deals 21 points of damage and it's a mid, it can catch an unsuspecting opponent off guard. It's quite fast too, 28 frames. 28 frames means it should be reactable. Your opponent could sidestep, for example, on reaction, but almost nobody will do that. And since that a blockable is punishable on hit, I think it was meant to be a round ender. Now let's say your opponent has only a couple of pixels of health left, enough to get killed by a one jab, for example. There's no reason for overextending here and going for complicated stuff like, I don't know, forward 4 or up 3+4, for example. One jab is quite safe to throw out. Down 4 is really fast too, 12 frames fast, and it would be enough to kill them, and it's only minus 11 block. Down forward 1 would be your go-to mid as well in this situation, or any go-to mid poke your opponent has and is relatively quick. So once again, do not risk more than you need to at the end of the round situation when your opponent has only a little amount of health left and you have a huge life lead. That's gonna be it for this video. Thank you for watching. I'll see you next time. Happy painting, God bless.